It's the Pete Sousa Show. Sports, Pete.
Hey guys, welcome to Rogue Media Top 10s, featuring your favorite sports podcast, The Pete Sousa Show. I'm, of course, your host, Pete Sousa, and this is the top 10 greatest movies about baseball. We're starting out number 10 with a legend that never dies, The Sandlot, released in 1993. Taking place during the summer of '62, Sandlot is pure childhood wrapped in a baseball glove. It's not about the majors or the stats or the trophies. It's about backyard ball, summer heat, and the magic of discovering the game for the first time. Sandlot is perfect mix of humor, heart, and hijinks, and it hits a nostalgic home run for a generation of little leaguers and trading card collectors alike. Number 9, 61, released in 2001. This true story takes us back to the summer of 1961, when Yankees' Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, played by Thomas Jane and Barry Pepper, chased down the ghost of Babe Ruth. Directed by die-hard Yankees fan Billy Crystal, this HBO gem dives deep into the pressure, the politics, and the pain behind Moran's historic 61 home run season. 61 earns its asterisk, as well as its spot among the great baseball movies. Number 8. 8 Men Out, released in 1988. That's a lot of eights. Based on one of the darkest scandals in baseball history, the Black Sox in the 1919 World Series. This one is a long drive deep into the outfield. When 8 Chicago White Sox players conspired to throw the biggest game of the year, it shook the very soul of the sport. 8 Men Out doesn't just point fingers, it humanizes these players, showing the pressure, greed, and tragedy. Plus, it's a potent reminder that even America's pastime is never immune to scandal. Number 7, A League of Their Own, released in 1992. There may be no crying in baseball, but there's definitely plenty of laughing. Set in 1943 against the Second World War, League of Their Own is inspired by the true story of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, and Madonna bring star power to this powerhouse comedy, but it's really the spirit of the sport itself that steals the show. Funny, fierce, and full of heart. This one definitely earns its place in the hall. Number 6, The Natural, released in 1984. This one feels more like a baseball fairy tale than a straight-up sports movie, and that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Set in 1939, Robert Redford swings for the cinematic fences as Roy Hobbs, a man who makes the ultimate comeback with a baseball bat made from a lightning-struck tree. Now that's hardcore. And that final home run in slow motion is pure fireworks. If that scene doesn't give you chills, perhaps you should hit the showers. Number 5, Bull Durham, released in 1988. A smart, sexy, and beautifully unfiltered look at life in the minor leagues. Kevin Costner is Crash Davis, the veteran catcher with wisdom to burn, mentoring a wild young pitcher played by Tim Robbins. And then there's Susan Sarandon as Annie, baseball's ultimate muse. This less about glory and more about the grind of the game. Funny and filthy in all the right ways, Bull Durham definitely takes the bull by the horns. Number 4, Moneyball, released in 2011. If you love stats and strategy as much as strikeouts, Moneyball is definitely for you. Brad Pitt plays real-life general manager Billy Beane, a man who changed the game by trusting numbers over scouts. Also starring Jonah Hill, Moneyball is less about athletics and more about analytics, giving us an inside baseball look behind the search for undervalued talent, all while working the margins and beating Goliath with the laptop. Moneyball is the thinking fan's baseball film, delivering fastball dialogue and more energy than a hot box drill. Number 3, Field of Dreams, released in 1989. Well, he built it, and they came. Kevin Costner stars again here in this grand slam of a melodrama that made grown men cry in movie theaters across America. Costner plays a farmer who renovates his cornfield into a diamond, and it's not long before he gets some company. Field of Dreams is about faith, family, and the fervor surrounding the national pastime. Number 2, Major League, released in 1989. When you throw a bunch of burnouts into the same dugout, this is what you get. You get Wild Thing, you get Willie Mays Hayes, and of course you get Pedro and his voodoo doll. This is a comedy curved ball right down the middle, full of attitude, underdog swagger, and just enough big league action to keep the purists happy. To paraphrase Harry Doyle, played by the late great sportscaster Bob Uecker, Major League is just a bit outside, but it will always stay inside this list. And finally, our number one spot goes to the Bad News Bears, released in 1976. Rough, raunchy, and utterly real, Bad News Bears stars Walter Matthau as a beer-guzzling coach who's unqualified as they come, and although the scrappy team of pint-sized, foul-mouthed misfits he manages might not win any sportsmanship awards, these Bears definitely have no trouble winning over the audience. And that was the top 10 greatest movies about baseball. If you enjoyed this video, or if you love the game itself, make your way over to Sports Podcast, the Pete Sousa, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm the one and only Pete Sousa. Thanks for watching.